What's up guys, DB-YGO here with another locals deck profile. It's actually from last week because we ran kind of late and I wasn't able to get it. So I'm here with Duncan now. He's going to go over his deck profile. What did you play?
I played War Rock.
War Rock. And no, this is not the War Rock FTK. It's actually like a control build, if you will. It's pretty spicy. He did the Dougie on me with it. I really like it, and you guys will like it too. And he'll go over the card choices with you and stuff like that. So Duncan, whenever you're ready, and go ahead.
Okay, so I guess just jumping in, we're gonna play 3 War Rock Forsha. This is the best War Rock because if it battles, during damage calculation, it searches for any War Rock and pumps all your others, which is obviously good. And then if they destroy it, or if they remove it and send it to the graveyard, it actually summons any level 5 or higher War Rock from the deck, which is, so you kind of force them to either battle it and give you a card, or not battle it and give you a card. Then we play 2 Gactos. It's just, it's another body. If you summon any other War Rock, it summons itself out, and then it has that same floating effect. So if your opponent wants to break your board, and like if they've got a Dragoon out there, they will 100% of the time, Dragoons will pop your recruiters, and you'll summon off of it.
Nice.
Wento, she's like kind of honest. It's if an Earth Warrior battles, she can pay 8 to pump it by 800, and then she also has the recruiter effect, so she's basically a normal summon 2600 attack, which obviously comes up since there's no Omni negates or anything in this deck. You just play. Then we're playing 3 Orpus. All the level 5s can summon themselves if you only control Earth Warriors, and then if this one battles, it's a Foolish Burial.
So it's a normal summon, right? Not a special summon?
Yeah, it's just a normal summon.
Okay.
You Foolish Burial any Earth Warrior, which is going to come up later because there's that other Warrior Lady coming out, but right now it just sends Bachilios, which brings itself out from the hand or grave if an Earth Warrior is destroyed by battle. Okay. And then it just attacks directly for game. It is your Gaga Cowboy.
What, attacks directly?
Yeah, it attacks
like 2700?
2900. It pumps itself by
29.
2 when it does it.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's too much.
I've got many games off of it because people just don't read my cards. Then the other boss monster for the deck is Meteoragon. He has 3 effects. He can't be destroyed by card effects, which is super nice. If he is involved in a battle, he negates the effects of the monster he's battling and anything with the same name. So if he battles, he called by the graves that name for the rest of the turn.
Oh my god.
And if any Earth Warrior battles, he can pump all of them by 200, and then he'll be able to attack twice on monsters. And it's really important because that called by the grave effect isn't once per turn. So like if they've got 2 Dragoons up on the field, you can negate their Dragoons, crash in, the field spell protects them, and you're able to clear both Dragoons and do whatever else you want with the rest of your board.
That's nuts.
Then for one-ofs, there's obviously Bachilios, and then there's Skylar. During the battle phase, if an Earth Warrior is battled, she brings back any level 5 or lower from the graveyard, but they can't attack directly. It's nice having a monster reborn.
You know, these almost remind me of Cosmos, where the lower levels bring out the higher levels and vice versa.
A little bit. It reminds me more of Satellar, because it's just, everything incurs advantage in some way. Okay. Like, just really slow advantage that's really hard to stop. The other one that we play is Mahmood. He's MST in the damage step, so they can't chain it, and no one wants to pop him. It's really good for like the Tri-Brigade matchup. Like, they don't want to waste removal on Mahmood, but they're gonna. And like, in the damage step is really important because you can chain stack.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the War Rock monsters. Then we're playing 3 Crow. It's just my hand trap of choice. Okay. Bell is probably better, but for this locals, Crow is. Okay. 3 Ash, because it's the best hand trap. And 3 Nibiru, because I'm kind of afraid of combo. Like, not horrifically afraid, but enough that I play Nibiru. And that's the end of the monster lineup.
The real War Rock right there.
The real War Rock. Nibiru is the
He's the War Rock.
So then, jumping into spells, we play 3 Mountain. This is the Hidden City.
Yeah.
It searches a War Rock. When you enter battle phase, it summons a War Rock from hand, and then if the War Rock would be destroyed, it sends itself instead. Really good. We play 3 because it's the Hidden City.
Yeah, of course.
Then 2 copies of War Rock Dignity. This is kind of an Omni-Negate.
This card's crazy.
At any point, it can negate a monster effect on the field if you control a War Rock. But if you're in the battle phase, it just negates anything. And all of the spell traps are searchable off of War Rock Porsche. So if you're going second,
it's almost like a Forbidden Lance on crack.
Yeah, this is your Fiendess.
Yeah.
Like Guru, flip, search Fiendess. This
kind
is
of like
Porsche, attack in, search Dignity.
It's kind of like Guru Control, yeah, in a way.
It stops evenly matched, which is hilarious.
Oh my god.
It's the only thing that actually doesn't let us get advantage. So Dignity is insane. I might bump it to 3, but right now I'm just playing 2 because it's searchable.
Yeah.
2 Warrock Spirit. It's Monster Reborn in the battle phase, which is obviously nice.
That's really good. That wins games.
Yeah, it wins games. It's a hard once per turn though, and it's searchable, so you don't play 3. But just Monster Reborn. Then we play 3 extra because we don't use the extra deck that much, and an extra card is insane. You can play Prosperity, but I would rather have an extra card than choose the card.
I see that. You don't really go into your extra deck that much anyway.
Not that much. A little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
2 Dark Ruler. I don't play 3 because I don't want to see it so often.
Right.
I want to see it sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, but all your stuff triggers by battle. It doesn't really matter if it does damage.
Damage does not matter. I am not OTKing. This deck does not OTK.
It's a control deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just like negate a bunch of break my boards, and then you just do your stuff.
Your opponent puts up Herald and you Dark Ruler, and you can break Herald, and then they have to break your board in return.
That's solid.
Then a bunch of one-ofs. We play Rhoda because it's a warrior deck, Harpies because it's a going second deck, Storm it's a going second deck, Terraforming because you play a field spell.
I need to appreciate this. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Didn't you pull that at a regional?
I pulled that at a regional, yeah.
Yeah, entry packs at a regional, you pulled that. And just like, okay.
And my friend actually called it while I was pulling. Like, he pulled the pack aside and was like, this is the Starlight Lightning Storm, and it was.
What?
Called by the Grave, because it's called by the Grave.
Yeah.
That's the spell lineup. Then we have a small trap lineup of 3 infinite impermanents. You want to find it every game like I do against Dustin Bourne.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Because it's a hand trap that literally makes your Warrocks able to survive a turn. It's great.
Yes.
And you play 3 strike just in case you go first.
Yes.
In a grind game, which you always end up being in, strike wins the game for you. And it's the best counter trap right now.
It is. It's really good right now.
So that's the main deck. It's 46 cards.
Holy crap.
If I were going to cut anything, I'd cut the Nibiru because it's kind of hard to out. But the extra deck does help.
I didn't realize there was so many. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, everything searches everything else out.
That's true. As
long as you open Porsche, Orpus, Mountain, Terraforming, any normal summon in the deck, it's great.
Okay, that makes sense then. That's solid.
So extra deck, not that important, but I play 2 Dweller, because Dweller's really good. Tornado Dragon in case I play against control.
Imagine your opponent outing your first Dweller just to see a second one, and then they go cry.
Right? A Digesto Emerald, because you grind a lot, and if you end up going into rank 4s, you might want an Emerald.
Yeah.
Ferocious Flame Swordsman helps you OTK if you need to, and if it's removed, it brings back any non-Link Warrior from the grave, which, like, isn't that great, but it takes any 2 names, so if you're, like, stuck with, I don't know,
all warriors gain. Wow, that's nice.
It just helps, you know.
It can, yeah. I can see where they win you games.
Isolde because it's a warrior deck. Hulk because I mean, you play Ash.
The only thing you're going to do with this is search, though. The first initial search.
Yeah.
You're not going to use the other effects.
You don't play equips.
Right.
Honestly, what I do is if I have 2 War Rocks out and neither of them are 4-shot, I go main phase 2, I link them into Israel, I search 4-shot, and I just pass.
I see that. That works.
Calc to get into link 3s.
Do you play any tuners besides Ash Blossom?
No.
None of them are tuners? Okay, I didn't know if any of them were tuners.
I side Veilers and I side Bells.
Okay.
So like it's a lot better game 2 and 3.
I gotcha.
But really this is a Hail Mary. Like,
okay.
9 times out of 10 it gets negated, but that's 1 less negation. Phoenix, Cerberus to out the Nibiru token. Unicorn outs the Nibiru token. Borreload outs the Nibiru token. Apollo is Apollo. Boral Sword outs the Nibiru token. Unchained Abomination outs the Nibiru token. And Underworld Goddess of the Closed World randomly wins games.
And also outs the Nibiru token.
It does not. It only takes effect monsters.
Oh, okay.
But it is funny.
It outs Dragoon.
It outs Dragoon. It outs literally every card I'm afraid of. And this deck has a surprisingly good amount of swarming. Like we end up on 3 monsters at the end of like a normal first turn.
Yeah.
So like it's solid.
Yeah.
But that's the profile. The side deck doesn't really matter. You just play good cards in it.
Yeah. Most side decks are locals dependent right now anyway, unless you're playing remote duels.
Yeah. But yeah, it's super good. It's a really slow-paced control deck, and that's all that matters. Just taking it really slowly.
Yeah, but when you can have a slow-paced control deck that can compete in today's metagame, you take those.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those very often.
No.
So, sweet. Thanks for the deck profile. Do you have any shout-outs you want to do?
No.
No? All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think. Subscribe, get the bell on, all that good stuff. Show Duncan some love. And we will see you guys in the next video.